Hello, and welcome to Sharp, the podcast where we help you get a little better at the stuff you have to do, so you can spend more time doing the stuff you want to do. So now, on with the episode.
Hello there. How are you? It's been a little while. It's been a long while, actually, almost a year. I hope you're well. You might remember, if you listened to these podcasts before, that I used to get really uptight if I didn't put an episode out every month. But to be honest with you, there's so much content and there's so many people in the world that haven't yet listened to Sharp Podcast that I don't think we need to keep pouring extra stuff into your ears every week or maybe even every month. We've had 77 episodes since we started in 2017, covering a massive range of subjects. So if you're new to Sharp Podcast, after you've had a listen to this episode, maybe go back and check out the archive. I'm sure you'll find something that can help you get better at stuff. But going forward with the podcast, I'm going to take the approach of when I've got something interesting to say, I'll put it out. And I hope that you think that will be worth waiting for. This episode is just a short one, and it sees the joining up of Sharp Podcast with sondevelopment, the learning and development business that I run. Over the past year, I've been delivering skills workshops, making films, producing other people's podcasts, doing voiceovers, all sorts of stuff, and I've been pretty busy. One area that I've been helping people develop is their coaching skills. For 15 years, I've been using and teaching the amazing coaching skill called Continue and Begin Fast Coaching. And it's brilliant. I learned it in 2007 from the inventor, a chap called Nick Drake-Knight. Now, Nick has spent his life designing and developing great solutions to help people improve performance, offer better service to customers, and sell more by being more helpful. A little while ago, I made some short films with Nick to find out where the origins of his work came from. And in this episode, you're going to hear the short conversation that we had in one of those videos, all about Continue and Begin Fast Coaching. Now, this is an amazing skill. It can help you help other people in a wide range of areas, from family to sports, social clubs, sales, service, even with parenting challenges. I've used the model and I've achieved great performance in retail, healthcare, learning and development. I've been helping people with it in the heritage sector at Sussex Pass, the National Museum of the Royal Navy and the Mary Rose Museum here in Portsmouth. We've used it to develop the quality controllers at Pro Insight Mystery Shopping, and I've used it most recently in my own coaching sessions with the Fab team at Cogs Manor Farm in Oxford. So, here's a quick chat with Nick about the origins of Continue and Begin, where it came from and why it's so effective. Come back at the end for more information and an insight into what we're going to look at in the next episode. I'm here with Nick Drake-Knight, the creator of the Continue and Begin Fast Coaching model, a model which many organisations have found to hugely support the sustainability of new behaviours long after the learning event has happened. It's a way of operating that helps people feel good about their work. But what's the heritage? Where did it come from? Nick, tell us where it started.
Well, it began in room C46A at Management Studies College. I was lecturing mature students at the time, and during one-to-one tutorials, I noticed that even apparently confident managers had anxieties and self-doubt. They struggled to celebrate their successes. There was a lot of self-criticism going on, and I remember giving one manager a distinction for self-flagellation.
Why do you think they were like this?
Well, a lot of these managers were under enormous personal pressure in responsible jobs during difficult economic times. And they work for organisations that focus primarily on improvement needs with very little recognition around successful performance.
Okay, so then how did Continue and Begin evolve from that?
I started each tutorial with enforced celebration, a form of ego strengthening, if you like. That I asked each manager to make a note of their successes since our previous conversation, and I was ruthless.
How did that go?
Well, the effect was dramatic. The physiology changed, their facial expressions, their posture, their breathing, their language patterns, they all changed. They were beginning to acknowledge their achievements and recognizing just how talented they were. And critically, they became more resourceful, they were more confident and more willing to take on new challenges. That was the beginning of Continue and Begin.
The Continue and Begin framework.
Exactly. The framework gradually emerged. Whether they were a manager or an employee, or even people in non-work situations, we develop a set of successes to celebrate and to feel good about. Once people felt confident and strong, the development bit was easy. In my mind, people are far more enthusiastic about developing themselves when they feel resourceful.
And so the Continue and Begin model became a recognised coaching model?
It did. Initially here in the UK and then overseas in emerging economies. And over time, Continue and Begin has become established as a fast coaching method for people in all sorts of commercial businesses and in the public sector and in the community too, in family support and in education.
Okay, and there's so much resource out there on Continue and Begin, books, videos, podcasts. Can you give us a summary? What's its USP?
It creates personal change. It makes people feel good. It sustains new behaviours and it's fast. And it helps that it's good fun.
Okay, well, it sounds appealing. How do organisations access Continue and Begin coaching to develop their coaches?
That's easy, Steve. They contact you at sondevelopment for direct delivery of training events, or they consider a train-the-trainer approach, or they look at online e-learning. Or best of all, they think about a blended approach, some direct training for new coaches, a tech transfer program, and some of the fabulous e-learning that's now available through our partners at the Motivation Agency.
That was nice, wasn't it? We made those videos back in autumn last year, 2021. So if you're interested in finding out more about Continue and Begin for your business, your team, or even yourself, I've put links in the show notes to Nick's website and the Motivation Agency, who produce a wonderful e-learning model that helps people develop these skills. And if you'd like to find out more about the workshops that I deliver, or mixing things up for your business with some live support and some digital support, there's a link to SON Development too. Next time, we're going to find out what on earth meerkat selling is all about. And it's got nothing to do with insurance. That chat will be out this time next week. Yeah, for 3 weeks, we're a weekly podcast again. And of course, you've got the back catalogue of 70 other subjects in the podcast to check out, from public speaking to time management, from goals and habits to routines, and there's even one about tomatoes. Till next time, take care, and remember, whatever you do, don't compare yourself to anyone else. The only person to compare yourself to is the person that you were yesterday. Take care, speak soon. Bye-bye. We hope that you enjoyed what you've just listened to. Have a look at the show notes for the episode. They're at sharppodcast.com, one word, 2 Ps. And there you'll see the links, resources that we used, and there's reminders there to help you get better at what we talked about. So now this is where you can help us. You can share our episodes on social media. And another free way you can support is to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or your podcatcher app. Thanks for your help. It's really appreciated. Bye-bye.